I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. I want to talk about, is P Diddy, Brother Love, Sean Combs, a government informant? This is all allegations. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. P Diddy seems to be walking around today like nothing happened to him after the government raid by Homeland Security and the federal government. But I want to ask you this serious question, and I want to put a question mark. Is P Diddy a government informant? We have known all the issues that he have had in the past. It seems like he has come away scot clean. You know, when he was younger, you know what happened at the college queens when the people died because they gave away too many tickets. But we can already go back to what happened with Tupac, Keefe D saying that P Diddy gave $1 million to have him basically erased from society, unalive. We know what happened in New York with J-Lo and the woman who said she actually saw him pull the gun out and shoot him, but he was never arrested. Shine went to jail for 8 years. And we could count endless other incidents, from Kid Capri, in which his car was blown up and nothing happened. And it seems like this guy had some type of protection to where he knew, even though he was committing all these crimes in broad daylight, that nothing would happen to him. And I'm going to bring up somebody that many of you may not know about. His name was Whitey Bulger. He was a gangster in Boston. He had a brother who was one of the top people in state Massachusetts government. It was a dichotomy, evil versus good in Brotherland in Massachusetts. But Whitey Bulger ruled the Irish underground in Boston for almost 30 or 40 years. And he did not get arrested into someone like 30 years, and he was 80 some odd years old. But during that period of time of being a government informant, he was killing people, robbing people, doing all the criminal activity that a gangster would do. But he was never caught until basically the end. And what I'm trying to say is, the way he walks around, the way he's acting like he might have got away with something. Because whatever they have, whatever they wanted when they get into that house, we don't know if they got it or not. But what they wanted mostly was any tapes that would incriminate their friends of the government. But basically, if they can get those incriminated tapes, videos, or whatever, voicemail, voice calls, they would use that to blackmail people when they need something to happen for the government. See, information is power. And when you have information on people doing stuff that they should not normally be doing, deviant activity, that's what they want. And the same thing with Epstein. For all those years, he was doing the same thing. Everybody had to know what he was doing. The government had to know what he was doing. Any secret service worldwide, if it was MI6, the Mossad, any organization knew what he was doing. But basically, he was getting information and making the chessboard move. But this brother right here was doing the same exact thing, but he was possibly doing it in hip-hop. We don't know if he was put in hip-hop or given the levers of power to create chaos in hip-hop. Because look at all the lives he has destroyed in hip-hop. Look at all the people who went under Bad Boy Records, who fell off, those who died. It is miraculous how many people died who worked for him. And the things he has done. The only people who spoke out really is Gene Deal, 50 Cent. We talking about from way back. What the things he has done and gotten away with. And it's kind of hard that a black man in America can create so much chaos and get away with something unless the government is telling NYPD, LAPD, keep your hands off of him. He belongs to us. He's doing our bidding. But now he may have crossed the line. He may have crossed the wrong people, and they said enough is enough. Time to bring him in. See, because no matter what, they always got the final hammer to call you in as an informant and put you away. But I think Diddy covered himself after that civil lawsuit with Cassie. And basically, you remember, he said, I'll give you the money, but you have to give back all the recordings, everything you had of any freak-offs or anything in any indiscretion back to P Diddy. And if she did, and he, as quickly as this came down, his lawyers probably said, if you got something, you better get it out of that house. Those houses, any indiscretions, any cell phones, and basically put them away somewhere where they can't find it, or go ahead and destroy them as quickly as possible. Because eventually they knew that they would come knocking at the door, and they did with that military style raid. They don't come to your house with a military and tactical units in a raid unless they know you have something important that you are trying to protect. So P Diddy was on the top of their list of information that he has that they want, and they want it bad. Because if he comes out and say, hey, I'm going to expose everybody, and I'm going to show you what the rich and powerful do behind closed doors. And if he does that, he will do what everybody wanted to happen with the Epstein tapes. They never released any of those tapes. But if he was to do that, if he was to show how deviant the rich is and how they get away with things, that will put the government in a bind that they don't want to be. Because they will always protect their own. Because power protects power. And they will want all that information gathered so they could protect their friends, protect their power, protect their way of life, and protect their money. P Diddy holds a lot of cards right now. And if he is an informant and tells everybody he's been an informant from the government, all hell's gonna break loose. Just like it did for a while with Whitey Bulger. But he was 80-something years old. He wasn't 52 or 54 years old like Sean Combs, who can wreak havoc on the system if he wants to. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.